Happy almost New Year, Louie.
Woohoo!
It's that time of year where the holidays just keep on coming.
I want you to throw this shirt away.
Oh, fuck.
It will be the Leave Your House Festival.
Right?
Right?
Yeah, I can't wait to get out there. I'm so sick of this 25% shit. Yes, it'll be so nice to have a vaccine and be safe and not wear a mask in between bites and drinks. And give those freaking poor doctors and nurses a break. Like, oh my God, let this be over. So many things. Anyways, year 2021 is just around the corner. Today we are talking with, a new guy in the neighborhood that we're super excited about. Chef Bruce Kalman from Soulbelly BBQ, which is about to open just any minute now. In pandemic provisions today, Louie. Because of who we're talking to, we are talking what we like on the grill, our favorite thing on the grill. And there are so many things, especially for Louie, because I know how much she loves grilling. But you got to pick one thing, Louie. So I'm picking one thing right now, and I'm going to give you a chance to just narrow it down to one while I'm talking. Charbroiled oysters. This is a new thing for me. Just last year, before the pandemic, I should actually say at the beginning of this year, finally got out to Nolans. Loved every second, everything there. But the charbroiled oysters are what is sticking in my mind. I can't get them out of my head. I had to look up the recipe. It's basically a crap ton of butter, of course, and a crap ton of garlic, parsley, and Parmesan cheese and Romano cheese. That's all it is. It's the simplest things, right, Louie, that taste the best, and it's the way that you cook them. But I went to Drago's, which is where that recipe comes from. It is the original charbroiled oyster in America, and I just couldn't get enough.
Who doesn't love ribs? Like, seriously.
Vegan.
Oh, well. I think there's like a vegan rib now.
There are, yeah. But it's
the lore of ribs, the fall off the bone, the very tender meat, either it's like dry rubbed or just slathered with a sauce. I kind of start with like a dry rub when I smoke them, and then I glaze. I like glazing with whatever fruit is in season. Just make like a nice sauce with that. Last ribs I made was like a cherry chipotle, I think.
Ooh.
Yeah. So I like making my own ribs, but I like going around and sampling all sorts of ribs because everybody's got their own technique, and it's like an adventure every time.
Yeah, we did that in Austin. So that was the same trip. We did Austin and New Orleans, which was just like eating the entire time.
The rib fest.
Yeah, in Austin, it's like they're all different, and it's like everything's falling off, and it's, oh God, Austin ribs. I want to travel again, Louie. That's the thing that I miss the most.
Yes, I do too.
I want to travel.
This sucks.
Yeah.
This sucks.
So, you could do a little travel right now. You can travel to downtown Las Vegas.
Exactly.
Get over to Soulbelly on the weekends to check out our next guest, Chef Bruce Kalman. He's a badass. You're going to love it. Louie, today we are so hyped because we are talking with Chef Bruce Kalman of the upcoming Soulbelly. James Beard nominated chef and owner. He's going to be on Main Street, and he's already cooking up on the weekends there. Bruce, thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me. I'm really excited. Hold on, I'm taking a picture of our screen to post. There you go.
There you go.
Okay, chef. First, what is a Soulbelly?
So, everybody asked me, they're like, why the name? They're like, it's a cool name, but why? And I said, because, when I was writing the business plan and just kind of laying out my philosophy and what I wanted for this place for people, I wrote a line that said, I've always loved cooking food that feeds your belly and your soul. And that would be with Italian food too. And then like instantaneously, I'm like, there's the name,
That's true.
and everybody can make up their kind of own story about it. You know, they pick, you know, pork belly or, you know, barbecue fills your belly. I mean, you know, there's a loose interpretation. So,
You want to hear my take on that?
yeah, please.
I think the soul actually resides in the gut.
I couldn't agree more.
I mean, it
You
makes
experience
sense.
things, you know, you got to follow your gut, follow
Yeah.
your flavors, follow, you know, that's where life is. So
Yeah.
That's deep. That's deep. Liz.
So we're gonna start super deep. First of all, just kind of give us like a little lay of land. Like, what can we expect here generally?
Very simple, salt and pepper rub, heavy on the pepper, slowly smoked in an offset smoker, you know, and that's what we're doing. And it's labor intensive and it requires a lot of skill, some of which I still don't have. But, you know, flexing those weaker muscles, so to speak, right now, and learning what I don't know and teaching what I do know to others so that we can be super successful, you know, with our food. And so far we have, knock on wood, we've really, I haven't had anybody say anything less than this is the best barbecue I've had in a long time.
Yay!
Which makes me really excited, you know, because I've been a chef for 37 years or cooking for 37 years and mainly Italian food. And to do something new like this, I'm just super into it. You know, I'm really into food that requires an artist touch, so to speak. And just, you know, you can't just throw it on, set a timer and take it off.
yeah,
You know,
that's true.
And some briskets aren't ready to be wrapped when others are, and some aren't ready to come off when others are. And, you know, when do you put the ribs on and all those things? It's just a puzzle. And I know a bunch of like amazing barbecue guys, and every one of them has their own method and their own amount of time they cook and temps, and how long do they rest for, and do they rest at a certain temp? Is it rest? Is it under? I mean, there's so many factors. So I'm taking what I've been taught and told and kind of coming up with what I feel is going to be the best possible product, the best way to execute the best possible product. And so far, so good. The thing about the barbecue culture that's so cool is people are chill. People are chill as fuck. I can curse on this, right?
Of course.
I was gonna say it's a chef
You're a
podcast.
chef, so.
I fucking better be able to.
Exactly.
So,
fuck yeah.
Yeah. So, you know, I owned a deli in Chicago in 2000, and I opened a New York deli. I'm from the East Coast originally. Something I always wanted to do. And the deli culture, the people are assholes. Like they just
really.
Oh yeah, they are hardcore. Like if they used to eat at Cat's Deli growing up, if your corned beef doesn't taste like Cat's Deli, your corned beef sucks. And there's no gray areas. You know, with barbecue, is the meat flavorful? Is it tender? Is it juicy? You know, you look at people's faces. I intentionally I watch people try to watch people take their first bites to see their reaction.
Uh-huh.
And most people, you know, just have that reaction of like, oh, so good. You know,
best feeling.
So satisfying.
You could cook your meat anywhere. You've been all around the country. That you've been a chef in so many places.
Mm-hmm.
So why did you choose Vegas to do this?
Honestly, I was completely done with LA. I was just sick of living there. Too expensive, too crowded, too much traffic, so on and so forth. If I had a dime for every single deal that was brought to me that nothing ever came out of it because people were lying to my face, I would be very rich right now. And so I'm good friends with James Trees, and we used to go walking like every other day in Venice Beach when we both lived in LA. And I just called him one day. I'm like, dude, I'm so sick of it here. And he's like, come to Vegas. He goes, I'll you know, get you set up. And he did, you know, and I came out here to partner with a restaurant group that didn't really work out. So now I have a great partner, and we are moving forward very quickly. This all happened very fast. The chef community here is the most supportive chef community.
Collaborative. Yes.
It's collaborative. It's supportive. You know, I get all the chefs coming for barbecue. I go to their places. You know, we talk. You know, Chris Decker and I are going to work on a brisket pizza.
Woohoo!
Collab, right?
Gotta see
Of course,
that.
a fatty brisket pizza.
Love that man.
Yeah, he's an exceptional human being. Chris Decker is.
Mm-hmm.
Most of the guys are here, you know, but guys and girls.
Yes.
I mean, everybody here is just super rad. And you know, but so we're doing all the proteins. You know, we're gonna have brisket, beef ribs, pork spare ribs. We're doing this chipotle cider glazed chicken drumstick that people really love. And then we'll do a turkey. You know, we've got hot links. But I think one of the best things we're doing is our sides. You know, we're cooking our beans from dry beans, and it has lots of brisket and pulled pork and bacon and peppers and stuff in it, which doesn't suck. We're making our pasta fresh for the mac and cheese. You know, just things like that. Just putting a lot of thought, because you know, a lot of barbecue places I've been to, the sides are not up to the level of the meat.
That's
you
true.
know,
That's
almost
true.
like it's like, well, we have to have sides, so
Right.
you know. And I want my sides to be exceptional. I want you to be able to come and be like, you know, I don't feel like eating meat today. I'm just gonna get a bunch of sides and be okay with that.
Nice.
You know,
We got to get to this fun freaking fact, because this is like maybe the most fun fact. You've got a lot of fun facts that I dug up, but I dig. Backbeat barbecue.
Yeah.
What's it like grilling with Grohl? Because Louie and I are like,
grilling with Grohl.
Grill with Grohl.
It's a lot of fun, and it hurts the next day. I'm just gonna say that.
I can imagine. So we're talking about Dave Grohl, the Foo Fighters, guys.
The last
Dave Grohl.
The last event that we did, and this is totally my fault. It's not his fault. He's just kind of an enabler when it comes to drinking and stuff. And you start, all of a sudden you're like, I just shotgun like 6 beers in the last 2 hours. What the fuck? And what am I thinking? You know, and then it's too late. So we did this event, Dimebash in Santa Ana. We did one we flew to Dallas and did one. It's basically a charity for Dimebag Darrell from Pantera. His wife put it together, and the money all goes to people in the music industry that need assistance with, you know, all kinds of things. She changes it up a lot, but and she's wonderful. She's a great person. And we did a barbecue at Dimebag Darrell's house, which was dope. Being a musician and a fan, you know, and it's like 350 people. Harley ride. They come back. There's this band called Whiskey Dick playing on the porch. And we were just serving barbecue, and it's just a great time, you know. And you know, we're there all night cooking. So anyway, the one in Santa Ana we got there about 8 a.m. I think by the time we got all the meat and everything on, we cracked our first beer around 11. And then, long story short, I woke up the next morning with vertigo. So yeah, so I take it easy now, but
and he's like legit, right? Because I mean, I've seen his stuff.
Yeah.
Like, he's not just like a rock star trying to do like barbecue on the side. He's pretty serious.
He's very focused, and he likes to do it himself. And he's super duper focused on it. I mean, you know, it's fun. Like, you know, we're drinking. Sometimes there's music being played, and you know, but it's just people hanging out and just shooting the shit like it should be when you're doing barbecue. But he's also very, very focused on making sure that it's amazing. And it's great. I mean, he can cook barbecue, you know, and he's the reason why I started doing barbecue. And you know, like really getting into it. The first time I cooked on an offset was with him, and you know, it just inspired me. And you start seeing the culture behind barbecue, right? The barbecue makes people happy. At the end of the day, I mean, it does. It brings people together, and it makes people happy. You know, and you'll hear everybody in the barbecue community say that. You know, people will wait in line. People will wait for their food. They don't care.
Yeah.
You know,
who doesn't love the smell of like the Maillard reaction? I mean, it's just like fucking the smell of meat. It's just one of those things that takes you back to like
burning wood,
good memories. Yeah. Charred wings.
It's really cool. Like, we have the one, you know, that one smaller pit out there. It's right on the patio. The flue is like pretty much might as well just be on Main Street. that the smoke's coming out of, and people walking by are like, oh my God, I can smell this like 4 blocks away.
Mm-hmm.
It literally draws people in. It's great.
Oh, love it. We've got to go to the other fun fact, because you have a cover band and you're the front man of Foie Grock, which, by the way, that's fucking brilliant. How did that happen? It's with Chef Duff Goldman, which also cracks me up. So what's it like throwing down with the Ace of Cakes on stage?
Well, Duff is actually one of my closest friends now. Actually, tomorrow is his birthday. I know we're recording this today, but tomorrow's his birthday. Okay. And I just sent him, I sent him, I mailed out a box of barbecue to him. Like I cryovac like a whole cooked rack of beef short ribs and corn pudding and all stuff that I know he loves. And I just texted him, yes, I came in, there's a box coming for you. And he's like, is it meat? That's the first thing.
Send me your meat, bitch.
Like, I couldn't say. I have no idea. He was to wait. But he's a great guy. He's a really awesome guy. You know, he's that guy like when you used to watch Ace of Cakes, you're like, I'd love to hang out with that dude. He just seems like fun. And so a friend of ours, this is before I hadn't met him yet. A mutual friend of ours was previewing a restaurant, invited some chefs, and we were all at one big table. And I met him, and I was just sitting there shooting the shit with him. And somebody comes by, and they're like, "You guys look like you're in a band." And Duff goes, "I play bass," and I'm like, "Dude, I play guitar and I sing." He's like, "Let's start a fucking band." So
my God, that's so awesome.
We started a band, and we're actually really good. And we actually got to play on it. Dave Grohl came up and played a song with us.
Oh my God,
we played Fortunate Son. I have a video of it, so I'm not lying about it. And
we'd like to see this video.
Yes,
I will send it to you. We did. Dave's a great guy. I mean, like he came. This is like after a couple of the barbecues we did, and he's like, "Yeah, I just love cooking. I just want to do as much as I can." I'm like, "Really?" Because we're having a party for our son, and because we adopted Jude, so it's called his gotcha day, the day you finalize the adoption. Yeah. So we had like 100 people over. Didn't tell anybody, and Dave's like, "Yeah, fuck yeah, I'll come." So Dave came and cooked barbecue at my house.
That's so
and then we all sat around my fire pit playing acoustic guitar after. It was just like epic. I'm like, what is going on right now? Where am I?
Yeah, right. You know? Who am I?
I mean, living in LA for 9 years and having a successful restaurant there, you know, I haven't really gotten starstruck, but you know, I wouldn't say I'm starstruck by Dave. I love being a part of his life in a sense. You know what I mean? In any way, because he's just a great dude and he's an amazing musician. You know, and he's the kind of guy that inspires you.
Yeah. So I know you're gonna have live music at Soulbelly.
Yeah, hell
Is
yeah,
there
we
a
are.
chance that we will see Foie Grock take the stage?
Oh, most fucking definitely.
Yes! Most definitely. That ass. I love that.
We'll rock out. We'll rock out.
That's so awesome. Of course, you can beat it on Bravo's Top Chef, appeared on Chopped, Beat Bobby Flay, a bunch of food TV. What's the best and the worst thing about doing food TV?
You know, all the shows that I've done are different. You know, Top Chef being one that is completely different from everything else because you're gone for 7 weeks. You're stuck with all of these people. You hope you all get along. Most of us did. But you know, you definitely butt heads with people while you're there. And I think at the end of the day, though, like most of us are still all friends and we still talk. And, you know, I think a show like that, for example, probably the best part of it is obviously the exposure you get from it, but what it can do for your career. But more importantly, the friends that you make, the long lasting relationship you get out of it, and just spending all that time with all those amazing chefs too. You get inspired, and you get ideas, and you get motivated, and so. You know, and I would say the worst is, especially with Top Chef, is being gone and it's completely secluded for 7 weeks. You know, you're basically, they take your phone, your computer, your everything. There's no TV, there's no books, there's no newspapers. You're basically like on jury duty. You're sequestered for 7 weeks.
Really?
And there's a lot of other things that go on, you know, that you have to do while you're there that can be tough. And you know, over time, you just get exhausted. It's exhausting. It's draining. it's anxiety ridden. You know, the other shows, like I think the most fun show top to bottom I've done is Beat Bobby Flay.
Really?
Well, one, because the second time I kicked his ass.
Ah.
But also, you know, there's an audience there, so it's fun. There's energy. I like that. I like live audience and energy to play off of. And also it's not a super long day. You know, Bobby's really cool. He gets a bad rap, but he's actually a really good dude.
So Bruce, you recently posted a really touching video of you and your son on the Gotcha Day that you talked about a little bit earlier.
Yeah.
We see Jude all the time on your feed. How has adoption changed your life and even the way you cook and create as a chef?
Why are you trying to make me cry on TV? I've already done that once. It's changed everything. You know, it just gives you a new purpose for life, for everything you do. You know, everything you do, you think about your child, adoption or not, you know, and it's just amazing. You know, it drives me to want to be super successful. It drives me also to want to have a quality of life and balance, which is, as you know, very, very difficult in this industry, especially, I don't know, when you're opening a new restaurant.
Oh, God,
you know, like I've been cooking, you know, the meats around noon, and then somebody will watch it for me, and I come home and have dinner with my family and then go back, you know, because I'm there till 2 a.m. So, you know, it's pretty awesome, and he loves my brisket. He never stops talking about it. So
that's so cool.
And he's just an amazing kid.
So we're gonna move on to show and tell.
Say hi, Lorraine. Hi, Louiie.
Hi. Hi, how's it going?
Do you love Daddy's brisket? How much?
Right? How much?
So much. Why are you being so shy?
He's so cute. How old are you, Jude?
3.5.
3.5. Wow.
How old are you?
I'm not telling you how old I am.
So Jude, do you cook with Daddy?
Not yet.
Not
Sometimes.
yet.
We've made pancakes. You've helped me crack eggs. We make smoothies.
Yep.
Yeah, but he said he wants to be a chef like Daddy, and I said not a chance.
Yeah, right?
No.
How about like lawyer or doctor?
He can do whatever he wants that makes him happy.
Mom,
Yeah,
Daddy, why is everything green and swing on?
What green thing? The green square. It just says that we're talking.
Oh,
He's so
gotcha.
curious.
It's recording your voice, Jude.
Yeah.
So we can hear you later.
Mm-hmm.
What's your favorite food, Jude? What do you like to eat?
Brisket.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh,
Good answer.
very well.
It really is, though. It truly is. Like, you know, he's at that age right now where sometimes we struggle to get him to eat his food. And you put down brisket, and it's just like, he doesn't even talk.
This is brisket, wasn't it?
That's right.
And it was a long one.
That was a long one, is right.
It was a long one.
Wow.
Long piece of brisket.
And I shoved it all in the nose.
He shoved it all in his mouth.
Wow. What's
Mhm.
that like for you to be able to, I don't know, because I'm not there yet. Like, I don't have kids. Louie doesn't have kids yet. What's it like to feed them, like, when they like something? I can't imagine. It
Oh,
must
it's
be the
so
best feeling in the
exciting.
world.
They're in Vegas, yeah.
Yeah.
It's great. You know, he's always been a good eater. I mean, I think when he was 6 months old, he was eating salmon and asparagus. I would make him like homemade fish sticks with salmon, and then like kind of pan fry him, and he loved them. You like sushi,
Yeah.
right? He loves sushi. You like he likes green vegetables. He likes broccoli.
Actually,
Wow.
I like PB&J.
You like PB&J. You like PB&J too.
PB&J.
Nobody's gonna have a problem with that.
So, Bruce Kalman, we have on the fly from Soulbelly BBQ. It's 60 seconds, rapid fire questions. Say the first thing that comes to your mind. Louie, get the timer ready. Are you ready?
Ready?
Go.
Sexiest meat.
Beef rib.
Your favorite grilled veggie.
Broccoli.
Coolest thing to do in Jersey.
Go to the shore.
Oh, God.
No, that's the worst thing to do. Every time I go back, I have to have bagels and pizza.
Okay, cool. So your dream place to travel and eat?
Dream place to travel and eat would be Hungary, Budapest. That's where my grandfather's from.
What's going to be on the Soulbelly soundtrack?
Oh, I have the best playlist right now. It's very, very southern rock heavy. I'll just say that.
Love it. Favorite pizza topping?
Favorite pizza topping would be pepperoni.
New Year's wish.
New Year's wish that COVID gets the fuck away from everybody.
Right? Keep going, Lou.
All right. Best band of all time?
Foo Fighters. Well, Foie Grock, but Foo Fighters is a close second.
Right? Favorite Mediterranean dish?
My favorite Mediterranean dish would have to be aqua pazza.
What's that?
Aqua pazza means crazy water in Italian,
Uh-huh.
and it's kind of like similar to a cioppino,
Ah, okay.
Oh,
but
okay.
it's a lot more involved.
So like mussels and...
Yeah, all kinds of shellfish, and there's usually like a piece of fish as well. The broth is like is made from like shrimp and lobster shells with tomato, oregano,
Oh my
wine,
god.
chili.
Yes.
Yeah, it's so good.
Yes, I'm having that.
One blackmailable fact about yourself.
Oh man! All
Can
right,
you say that in front of your son though?
when I was in high school, I played in a rock band called Phoenix, and it was a Jersey sort of hair band, and I have photos. Leather pants, long hair. We opened for Meatloaf, which is like
Oh my
our
gosh.
big
Oh
thing.
my
Yeah,
god!
and yeah, it's fun.
Would you do anything for love? But I won't.
But I won't
almost.
do
that.
that.
Nice.
Okay. One last thing. We're gonna
Yes.
sell it for Soulbelly BBQ. What's coming
Okay.
up for you? Tell us what people need to know.
All kinds of stuff. We're going to be doing a New Year's Day brunch on the patio, barbecue brunch with Secret Burger. We have our gift cards available online. We have our online store apparel. You can buy sauces, pickles, pork rub, and we're going to keep growing that store. And then should be open. She's playing my guitar. Should be open early 2021.
Whatever you need, we got your back.
I appreciate that. I love it here. Thanks so much. Bye.
Nice meeting you.
You too.
Let's brisket.